welcome to the Facebook Live interview today. And today I have Irene Tracy with me from Ireland. It's a sweltering hot day here in Sydney, but I'm sure it's quite the opposite over where you are. Really nice to chat with you on the other side of the world. I met Irene last year in London, and we've kind of collaborated a little bit between now and then just on something that she's been involved in. You're the first smoothie coach in Ireland. And we thought it would be nice to kind of share that with people more broadly outside of Ireland, what you've been up to, what you're involved in, what you're doing, and get a little bit of a teaser on your presentation coming up for the virtual summit on World Parkinson's Day. So welcome, Irene.
Thank you very
So
much.
just to kind of introduce us, can you tell us a little bit about Smoothie? What is it?
Sure, Mel. Yeah, Smoothie are. Sorry, I should have had a set there. Smoothie are these. They're handmade Austrian. They're made in Austria. They're exercise and wellness tools that were made by a man from Austria who has Parkinson's. So it's only through his own improvement that they're made into the commercial products we have today. And there's 4 balls inside there, 4 steel balls. So they're not metal. So if you have DBS or a pacemaker, that's fine. And when you swing them like that, you'll hear the sound that comes through it. That creates a vibration. And the vibration activates the reflex zones in the palm of your hand. The vibrations travel up the arm, up the spine, and into the brain and down through the body. So it's based on vibration therapy.
And tell me, how did you get into Smoothie? Where did you come across this first?
Yeah, I have that in my presentation. It's quite a strange journey. I was just jogging up a beach one day in Lanzarote, which is an island, one of the Canary Islands just off Spain. Just jogging up the beach one day and I saw a girl doing the exercises and they're intriguing looking, very strange looking things. So I just stopped her and I asked her what they were and she said, oh, they're Austrian exercise tools. I said, oh, cool. Would they be good for bingo wings? Because she's really toned arms and mine not so much. So I just said, oh, would they be good for bingo wings? And she explained they would be because they're a pound weight when you swing them like that. But when you cross over then based on physics with the centrifugal force, they increase in weight. So that helps with to tone your arms, but it's not for toning arms, it's for relieving stress and strain. So I asked her then how much they were, the obvious question, and she said €100. And I was there like, oh, €100 for those? No thanks, you're all right. And she goes, well, they're actually a tool that helps people with Parkinson's. They were invented by a man who has Parkinson's and they're great to help that. So it's not just like an exercise tool. I said, all right, my friend has Parkinson's. Can you come and show it to her? Because I'd never heard of anything to help people with Parkinson's. And she found them amazing. She suffers really bad with tense shoulders here and she suffers with constipation. So Sharon was the girl's name. She was a girl on holidays from Austria. She left him there with Breatha, my friend. And the next morning, Breatha came over and she just said, Irene, can you ask that girl to get me a set of those? And I was like, sure, you can hardly feel the benefit already. And she said, I can. I can feel looseness in my shoulder. And I had a movement last night, which I haven't done in days. So it was my friend, really. It spoke volumes to her straight away. And I said to her, but they're €100. And she said, that's nothing. If you get something that you can do at home to ease your pain, that's nothing. And for me, I thought, €100 was crazy. But when I started working with them, and I was saying even to people when I was going, don't buy them now unless you really have pain. And I didn't actually work with Parkinson's for a while. I was working in Lanzarote, doing them with all just kind of as exercise classes. And I was saying to people now, don't buy them unless you really need them now. It's more for pain. But there was all kinds of people getting them, for general exercise and wellness. They're great for depression. The vibrations really help people with anxiety and stress. And they're in schools here in Tramore to help with kids with anxiety. And, it's the vibrations help has so much positive effect on it. And then just the more people I was seeing with Parkinson's, I was known as the Parkinson's lady in Lanzarote. And more people were coming, and I was like, they were coming back to my classes every week, and within a couple of weeks people were saying, oh, I feel this, my shoulders are better, my constipation better, balance. Like immediately people's balance were better, and I was like stunned at this. I couldn't really believe it myself, and then I looked into it more, and of course my friends with Parkinson's, and I've since then become great friends with loads of people with Parkinson's who told me about their condition, and I really got to know a lot about it and a lot of the non-motor symptoms, because yeah, I didn't even know my friend has it. I didn't know that much about it, and I was really intrigued by it. But how I went to work then dedicated with Parkinson's, it's just I could see the difference I was making in people's lives. And for me, Mel, that was something, it was an honor and a privilege. And that's how I got into it.
And so I guess the inevitable question coming from a physio, and I don't really want to go into the evidence now because I know that's what you'll be presenting on, but how much do you think is attributed to the actual device itself, and how much is to the increase in movement and activity potentially that people would be doing because it's such an interesting and engaging device?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there is very little scientific evidence done on it. It's mainly with it's actual evidence, it's actual proof of people. The man who invented it has Parkinson's, and it was only through his own improvement. So it wasn't a product that was, tested and then went to market. It was a product that he was doing for himself. So there's very little done on it. However, it's the vibrations have such a positive effect. So if you got, like I did at the start, I don't really get so much people being skeptical. I have a few, absolutely. There's a few people who don't believe it, and that's fine. I say to people, don't believe it. It's like, for me, I believe you have to believe it to achieve it. So if you pick up something and think this is not going to work, it's absolutely not going to work for you. But if you pick it up and go, I want to try this, I want to believe it, then the chances are it will. Now, of course, increased movement is going to be a big factor, and some people need, like, I hate the word gadget, and I don't see this as a gadget at all. But if some people need a gadget, and if that's what motivates them, absolutely fine. But it's the people that I work with day in, day out that have had life-changing effects, Mel, absolutely life-changing effects, that they're the ones that make me go forward. I actually was nearly going to give it up for a while, because when I came home to Ireland, I only intended to come home for 3 months, and I ended up staying here because like different physios were taking them, different fitness instructors, schools, everybody was really like, these are amazing tools. And I was that when I started with Parkinson's, and I have a mentor through the local enterprise board, and he was saying to me, like, don't be just doing Parkinson's, because he could see me, my schedule. I would have, you know, 3 hours I'd be in someone's house. I might have 2 meetings a day. And he'd be saying to me, you should be going for 4 meetings a day. And I was like, oh no, you can't just go in and rush now. You have to sit down, have a cup of tea, get to know these. And I was learning all about Parkinson's, of course, while I'm with these. And he was like, no, 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 go into gyms, nursing homes and all that. And I was like, no, because I could see the benefits before my eyes. So that gave me the passion. That what gave it to me. So he's an accountant, and he was looking at it from a money point of view. This was never for money for me at the start. It was about helping people, because I wasn't making money. I'm still not really making money, but the money will come in the end. But it's the helping people, and it's having the results. The results speak for themselves. And
I
I offer a 30-day money back guarantee. That's not through Smoothly, that's through me. So if you bought them and just didn't, if you said, no, do you know what, these are for me, not for me, I'll take them back. It doesn't have to be a problem with them. If you just feel, because I don't want these in somebody's hands that are not loving it. And I'm not so naive to think that, oh, everybody with Parkinson's, that this will work for everybody. I'm not that naive. But I do believe that if you put in the work and do the specific Parkinson's exercises that I give with it, it will it will help you.
I think we've definitely met on the common ground there, that I think anything that creates enjoyment, engagement, motivation, and consistency is likely to have quite a strong effect on people with Parkinson's. And, you know, we use the devices in our clinic certainly as a tool amongst many other things that we use, but I like that people engage with them, they like to use them, and for me that's something that they will keep coming back to use. And again, that's without significant evidence behind them. But, you know, sometimes evidence will come, and I think that might just be a case in this situation here. You're obviously very passionate about it. You've made it your life's work, and you're traveling the world trying to promote it.
Yeah, Mel, I'm actually starting a PhD on it. That's how much I believe in this. That is how much I believe in this. I'm doing a PhD on it. So you'll now be talking to Dr. Irene Tracy in a few years.
Well, we very much look forward to hearing about those results. I think people will be eagerly awaiting. So I think without too much given away from your speech, we might wrap up there. But can I just say to everybody out there, if you haven't logged on yet, you can check out Smoothie and Irene Tracy's website. You can also have a look at her 5-week coaching program. And of course, she will be presenting at the Insight Summit. If you haven't got your tickets already, please go to the website here and you can get your tickets now. Just trying to show that for you there. Get your tickets now, Insight into PD/register. We've only got a couple of days counting down now to the summit, which is on World Parkinson's Day, April 11th. Look forward to seeing you there. And Irene, I really look forward to your presentation. So we'll see you then.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Matt.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye, everybody.
Bye.